guys, Phenom here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about 5 things you probably don't know about the Shelby GT350R. Okay, so the first thing you guys probably don't know is that this back wing, it is carbon fiber, but the price of this wing. So this wing costs about $13,000 off the Ford catalog website, and I think it's that expensive to keep people from like not trying to buy, you know, the stock parts from the GT350R and putting on your normal GT350. I think it's just them trying to keep the exclusive factor about the car. But this back wing actually retails for $13,000. And the idiotic part I'm finding is that lots of people out there that have a GT350R are taking off the wing and letting some company do a takeoff, trade off, and put a carbon fiber wing back on it. The same spec, same design, but it shows the actual natural carbon fiber finish on the wing. So I think just to leave it on. I don't think it matters that much, not showing the natural carbon fiber finish, but it's crazy how expensive this wing is. So I'd hold on to it and try not to damage it whatsoever. So coming to another thing you guys probably don't know about the Shelby GT350R is the price of the front splitter. Now this part comes off the car when they deliver it to the dealership, and they have to install it. So that part gets kind of difficult because most dealerships out there don't really understand how to properly install the front splitter, and it's not always locked in and bolted in correctly. But for example, this car, when I got it, the dealership didn't install it correctly, so driving it off dealership floor and on the highway, the front splitter actually came off and started scraping the bottom. Luckily, it didn't damage anything on the car, but they did have to replace it for us, and it cost the dealership $6,000. That's a lot of money. So I think even though the splitter is plastic, it's kind of ridiculous how much money it's going to cost you to fix it and replace it. Another thing is that this car has heads-up display. So when you start the car, you can actually adjust it, put on different modes. So turning it on. So what happens is that you go into the actual track apps of this vehicle, and then on the track apps you can find a performance shift light indicator, and basically what that is that it's heads-up display. So you have different modes you put on. You have drag mode, you have track mode, which I prefer track mode, to be honest. It comes on each side and dials into the middle and flashes. It's pretty cool. I'll do it again so you guys can see it closely. This is drag mode, just flashes at you, and then track mode goes up into the middle. Pretty cool feature, I find. Not many Mustangs have that, and I'm pretty sure the new 2018 Mustangs might be getting it. But the cool thing about that car, though, is you have a gigantic LCD display. But I like how this car is. I like the heads-up display. I like the analog gauges. So it's pretty interesting. I don't see much people out there talking about the heads-up display on this car, and I think it's pretty good. So another thing you guys probably don't know about this car is that on the exhaust tips, they actually have drainage holes for rocks. Now the reason they have this is because basically the tires, they kick up rocks and they get stuck into the exhaust tips, and they just build up there. So Ford actually added in these rock drainage holes on the bottom. It's a different design than most cars out there, but I find that it adds a more unique factor to the Shelby GT350s. So coming to your GT350, each owner of the car, if you're the original owner, they send you your own custom supplement packages for your GT350. And this one, for example, it comes with the oil filter cap, because this car has got a unique cap itself that it's hard to find. You can't really buy them in stores. It's got the GT350 logo on the top. Then you get your own custom VIN number on it. Then it gives you the torque specs, so 16 to 18 pound-foot of torque on the oil filter. And then they actually send you your own replacement as well. So you get your Motorcraft GT350 oil filter. Pretty easy to change. I've changed mine before. You just gotta be careful doing it in a way that doesn't spill oil all over the car. So moving on to the GT350 ownership supplement package, this is going to be the big package they send you for owning the car. So opening up initially, what you're going to find is that you get a cool custom photo of a GT350. You know, this is a pretty unique thing to have owning a car. They're sending you this. Then behind it, you have information behind the guy. So Tom Fritz, celebrated artist from Ventura. Dear Shelby GT350 owner, signed by Dave Perricac, Director Ford Performance, Henry Ford III. Congratulations for owning this car, so on and so forth. And then they give you your own custom certificate. Ford Motor Company certifies that vehicle identification number, and then that is a limited edition 2016 Shelby GT350R Mustang produced at the Flat Rock Assembly Plant. Vehicle chassis number GR322 of the 2016 production run. You got your GT350 track tips. Opening this up, what it's going to give you is that you've got your own track settings. So you got the camber, and then they got different tips trying to tell you how to best maintain and set up your car for the best optimum performance at the racetrack. So I'd keep this handy. You know, it's always useful to check back at the factory specs that they require and recommend you using at the racetracks. Moving on from that, you got another gigantic printout with the GT350 on it, and then this again just shows you all the cool features about owning the car. So moving on down here, you get your own custom Ford images with your GT350 VIN on it that you can order. Down here, you've got your GT350 Track Attack Ford Racing School. Basically them telling you about the Track Attack and that you should be attending this. I attended this about 1 year ago in October. I made a video on that saying, I think it was one thing you may not know about a GT350. So check that out. It's a pretty cool video. I showcase everything you do at the GT350 Track Attack. Opening this up. So down here you get your own big custom poster you can put on your wall of a Shelby GT350 R and a GT350. You got your own custom disc down there that you can play, and it's basically them telling you about the car, the development of the car. So down here, this is the best part about everything. So you also get a custom GT350 plaque. It's got your chassis number, GR322. You also got your own flat plane crank. You can put this on your desk, showcase out your own GT350 custom ownership stand with your chassis number and a flat plane crank. If you look at that, that is pretty crazy, this miniature version of it. So I hope you guys liked the 5 things that you probably don't know about a GT350 and owning a GT350. Got much more cool videos to come. See you all in the next one.